Well, hello there. Welcome to the podcast. So here we are, Spencer's Ventures podcast. We are here. Why don't we go a little that way? I don't know. So yes, our little tree is still up back there. It might stay up for a while. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. But I figure we'd have that in the background, another podcast or two, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But welcome. So we've got a fun little podcast for you because I did say that in the last vlog that I was going to try to make the next podcast was going to be a fun one. So that's what we're going to try to do. It was not going to
be topical. It was just going to simply exist.
Yeah, kind of. So what we're going to do today, by the way, thank you for everybody for being here. We really appreciate it.
I had a question. Do we want to, when we jump into this, do we want to do back and forth or I think back and forth?
I think back and forth. Yeah, we're going to go. So what Dan and I are going to discuss, and this is just he and I, so it's not like the entire family's picks.
Right.
It's just he and I. We're going to do our top 10 2019 highlights of 2019, obviously.
I wish Ums was open because I would not have gotten a slushie for this.
So anyway, he's just, don't ignore that. Ignore that guy over there with his slushie. So yeah, these are going to be, these are not going to be in order. I didn't put mine in order. Did you put yours in order?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no way that I could order them like top,
I'll be
1
honest,
through 10 or whatever.
I mostly rushed through mine.
Mm-hmm.
I even told you this already. I had to split one of mine off into like 2 different things, and I don't know how that's going to work out.
And more than likely, I don't think we'll have any that match. We
will. I know we have at least one.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we didn't discuss them. We didn't discuss them ahead of time.
We hid them.
I actually just sort of mentioned a couple of things in passing. Like these are the types of things that we could use for our lists because I didn't want it to be just like Six Flags specific because there's a lot that I can choose and a lot of mine are Six Flags specific, but I wanted it to be just like everything that we did this year. And what were highlights, personal highlights, Six Flags highlights. So just in general. So general top 10 2019 highlights. And here we go. Would you like to go first? Should I go first?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. So I am just I'm not even going to go right from the very top of my list. I'm just going to kind of randomly choose one to try to mix them up a little bit. So, okay, this is what I'm going to use. I need to check it off to make sure. But, okay, so the first one I'm going to mention is, the YouTube channel. Our channel has been a highlight for me. The growth of the channel has been a highlight for me, especially.
It's very impressive.
It's been so much fun and
I love looking at it.
And just putting the videos together, from filming them to editing them, I've had a blast. I think our channel has a nice little community. I'm excited to see it grow even more in 2020.
Yeah.
So yeah, just our YouTube channel has been a huge highlight for me.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I guess the first one I'll go with. Well, I might as well go with this one just because it is the very first thing we did this year in general. Top Golf. That was a lot of fun. In
2019.
Yes. Apparently I have the average swing of a pro golfer. So that's really fun. No, I actually really enjoyed Top Golf. I'll mark this off.
Yeah. Unfortunately I did not do a New Year's Day vlog in 2019. We kind of really didn't get our vlogging legs going until April, I think it was one of our first.
That. I don't even think you were
like our consistent uploads. Because I did take a little bit of video. I think I put it on my own personal Facebook page. I don't even think I put it on the Spencer's Ventures Facebook page.
Right. I don't even think you were really, if I remember correctly, January, you weren't really super doing it to do it kind of deal yet.
Right. No, I was taking like clips for Facebook and stuff like that, but not really
not for YouTube.
Not really with the mindset of, oh, I'm going to edit this video. I'm going to, put this video together. Because I really didn't get used to the editing and the cutting and all of that it took me a little while. But now that I'm used to it, I'm like, what can I film? Because I want to edit something.
Yeah.
And I'm getting more creative with it, which is a lot of fun. So with that said, one of your top moments being Topgolf, one of my top moments was also our New Year's Day Topgolf experience. Yes, we started our year off by going to Topgolf. And then we did that first thing in the morning. And then my pen just wrote on me. So that might have been gross, but I don't care. So we started off with Topgolf. It was a lot of fun. And then that evening we went ahead to Six Flags for the fireworks that evening and stuff like that, which I also did not get a video. Well, I did because I did do it for Facebook, and I believe that's on the Spencer's Ventures Facebook page.
I forgot about, because, I remember the setup for that too.
I shot the fireworks. I think I did it specifically for the Spencer's Ventures Facebook page. But that was last year.
Okay.
So next.
Okay. So for me, I think my next, I'll go to one of my personal ones. You're talking about the YouTube channel, and for me, it was getting monetized over on Mixer. And that happened Christmas Day. So that was recent. but that was,
I can only hope to maybe one day be monetized on YouTube, but it takes a lot to do that. And
at least with the live streaming, it makes it look like I'm a lot more professional than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that hopefully will help bring people in. I actually just had someone yesterday come in and drop a follow, and that put me one person over 50.
Oh, that's cool.
Officially 51 followers over there.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Follow.
Okay, so here's I'm gonna go with this one. The Six Flags announcement in August of the Jersey Devil Coaster. Yes. So everything from the clues that they did on Facebook to the actual announcement. Super exciting. That was definitely a highlight. It was just really super exciting to see what was coming and to follow a little bit of the demolition and construction. So yeah, that was a highlight.
Yeah, that's actually not the one I had, was the Jersey Devil announcement. I mean, you pretty much covered everything there is with that one. But yep. I don't know, looking back at the announcement trailer is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I love really the cool, design of the
really
coaster.
Exciting. Okay, so I'll have another short one from me. It's going to be the members events at Six Flags. You guys have heard me talk about them over and over again. The members events were amazing. We really had a good time with those, and it really brought an additional layer to our visits to the park, which was great because, you go to the park and it's like, okay, well, we want to ride these rides because these are our favorites. And so you do that, you get your food. You're like, all right, what do we do now? And it's like, well, should we go ride this again or that, whatever. And after a while, it can kind of get just a little stale, but not really. Like, I'm not sure how else to put it, because it's not boring. it can just get a little stale. So when you add
for me it gets stale.
When you add in the member events, there's this extra layer of things to do. It's like, oh, at 2:00 we got to go get our snack or our sample that they're giving us, and at 4 we got to go get our pin, and there's all these things usually set up for you to do. So it's a lot of fun.
I think would really help. Just that whole vibe entirely. If they did something similar to like Block Party, I think that'd really help, like, just that whole flow for non-members, and probably convert a few people to members. Because like you said, it gets kind of stale. I was just thinking about, like, why doesn't Disney get stale? Well, they got millions of billions of dollars, and they do like how many different parades in every park every day. Like, I feel like if they did something like the Black Party Parade or something like that, and really,
they could definitely spice a few things up. I mean, they did used to have a small parade, and that would be cool.
Actually, I just completely off the top of my head, they should throw over like some Mexican like fiesta or something like that over by Diablo and
where Diablo was.
Yes, Toro. Because you have those Mexican, shacks right there. Anyway, I got a little off topic there.
Yes, so mine was definitely a highlight were the member events. Definitely a highlight of 2019. What's yours?
All right, well, the next one I'll go with is, I guess the next one I'll go with is, I rekindled my relationship with Boost. And Boost has been a massive highlight for me. Because I love
Take a Boost is a highlight in 2019?
Yes.
Okay. What a weird child.
Dude,
was that really something on your list?
Yeah,
my gosh.
I'm not even joking.
Okay, so he's got fluff. Okay, so another...
That's the one I had to split into two. You'll see the other half.
Another highlight. Let's go to... Okay. This is... I split this into two things, but they're the same timing. So they're both Fright Fest things. So I'll just start with the one. Okay. And then so that Dan can do his next one. So for Fright Fest this year, we were able to get, because of a member perk during a member event, we were able to get the Express Maze Pass. And that was a huge, huge highlight for me this past Fright Fest season. Amazing. I mean, we walked just about every time we went, we walked right into mazes. Like, we didn't have to wait at all. Now, towards the end of that season, it did get a little more, and if we were there on a Saturday, it did get a little more backed up. We did have to wait a little bit, but not nearly as long as the people in the regular standby line. So, yes, having the Express Maze Pass was amazing. Great highlight.
Fun. So the second half of my quote fluff, this one actually came in 2019. Game Fuel, because Mountain Dew actually got me addicted to Game Fuel, and I want a sponsorship so freaking bad. I've actually like been on stream drinking one once or twice, and I'd be like,
okay, well, you might get there.
I literally
who knows? Maybe in 2020 that'll happen.
I literally sat there on camera, showed the cans, like, sponsor me. Like,
yeah.
I love that stuff so much.
Okay, so my next one also has to do with Fright Fest. When John hooked up with CJ's Crazy Coaster crew to be dressed up as a scare actor for charity. That was a huge highlight, not just of 2019, but of Fright Fest. Probably the best night of Fright Fest, aside from when John got scared twice. Awesome. Oh my gosh. But that group, I think there were 27 out of that group that were there, like that. And they got dressed up, and the Six Flags like made them all up and everything, and put them in different areas of the park, and that was just awesome. It was awesome to see everybody made up. It was just a highlight to see John be a scare actor, and all the proceeds went to charity. So I mean, it was awesome. It was just awesome. What a great highlight.
So it's kind of funny. I'm going to do this one now since you just kind of rounded it off. I actually just have Fright Fest in general as one of my top 10.
As one of your highlights. Okay.
And yeah, no, it was really good this year. I think it was probably my favorite Fright Fest so far, but that's mostly just because of that one charity event that you were mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much covered it all, but I figured I'd let you go through yours before I mention mine.
So this is a quick one. Highlight for me in 2019 was definitely starting the Spencer's Ventures podcast with Dan. It just sort of happened. We were talking about the Jersey Devil coaster, and Dan was like, we should do a podcast, and I looked at him and I'm like, really? And I'm like, did we just become a podcast? What, because it just was podcast-ish when we were talking about it. And so that's a huge highlight. Like, I'm enjoying doing the podcasts. Sometimes Dan hasn't been here, but I have, and Paul has sat in. But it's been fun
90% of the time.
And I think that some of you guys enjoy the topics that we jump on, and if you have any ideas for topics, let us know in the comments. If you've got ideas, maybe it's a topic we can cover and maybe we can't, but we can certainly listen to your ideas for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
All right, my next one, more of a personal one. Halo MCC making its way to PC in the first time in 10 years or something like that. Something crazy. Halo finally coming back to its PC roots, and it's kind of great. They started off with Halo Reach. They're slowly bringing the rest all from the collection. That's pretty much every game except Halo 5, which multiplayer is already on PC anyway. So that's awesome. And moving forward, all the future Halo games are coming to PC. And that brings me into the second half of this, which is the announcement for Halo Infinite, which it looks like they're making a return to form. And I love the new art style because it's all the best elements of the old stuff with the best elements of the new art style, which very little, but they were able to get some really good chunks out of it. It kind of looks Halo Legends-esque, and I cannot wait for this game coming probably with the release of the next-gen console.
Cool. Okay, so we have 3 left. I am going to... Let's go to Christmas. Luminature at the zoo. Loved it. If you didn't see that video, go check it out. So good. Luminature was definitely a highlight. It was beautiful. It was the first year that they did this. The whole zoo is lit up. Everything is themed. The music went with the different themed areas so nicely. It was great. Can't wait to do it again in 2020.
Okay, cool. I'm going to knock out 2 with this one then, because you mentioned Illuminature. I had that on mine. It was really cool. And on that note, I guess I might as well do one that I can actually speak on, which is the next-gen consoles coming holiday 2020. Look incredible. Probably going to wind up beating out PC for the first time ever, legitimately taking their place as a staple in every home. And ray tracing on consoles, something we've been dying to see. And they've really stepped up the hardware game. Microsoft is whooping butt. They really took over the power directive this year with the Xbox One X's release, and they plan on doing it again with the Series X. So I'm beyond excited to see what they do and how PlayStation plans on reacting.
Okay. So now with those both being said, you have 1 left?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So... You know what? Let's go back to my last Six Flags highlight. Frost. Frost was so good. You guys, I said it every single time I saw it. I was very hyped up about Frost all the time. I loved Frost. I really, really hope that they kind of keep that show. I mean, essentially, it's always the same show. They just changed the name.
To watch that.
But it was just so stinking good. The music was so perfect. with every segment of the show. It just went so perfectly. And that beginning segment was beautiful. It was just beautiful. So huge highlight for me was Frost of this year.
And my last one does go back to Six Flags, at least for me personally. All the food reviews we kind of did.
Yeah, we did have some good food. I didn't even think to put that on my list. But the bacon wrap pork kebab.
That's exactly where I was going with that too. The bacon wrap pork kebab.
Highlight.
I loved that. Also, I just realized I'm incredibly fat. Over just about half my list was all food related. Like,
yeah, that's pretty funny.
Game Fuel, Boost, food reviews.
So
and then gaming.
Yes, the food at Six Flags, even the breakfast that they added for Holiday in the Park, that was amazing. I didn't even think, that's funny, I didn't even think to put that on my list as a highlight, but it totally,
I love the pork kebab so much.
It totally was a highlight this year.
And by the way, guys, like, let that kind of, like, you know, be a thought in your mind. You know I'm the skepticist here, and I love that pork kebab. Like, that actually stuck to me. They did a really good job on that overall.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so my very last thing, and this isn't something that we got to experience personally. My knee just hit the table. So if the video bounces a lot right there, that's because my knee just hit the table.
It scared me because it looked like it was going to snap.
I know. So, didn't experience this personally, but I experienced it via YouTube. But the opening, opening of Rise of the Resistance in Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando, watching that footage, and even still going back and watching some of it and just watching the whole experience, man, I can't wait to get down there.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, we're not going down until 2021. So, man, I can't wait to get there and experience that. Like, it's not just a ride; it's an entire experience.
Like, there's very little moving parts when it comes to that.
It's an entire
experience.
It's an entire experience. It's like you're in the middle of a movie, and you can. I mean, I know that video does not do it justice. Pictures don't do it justice. I get that. But man, you can really kind of feel it coming through. And for you to be able to feel that coming through a little bit, Disney did an amazing job with this thing. And everybody is saying it knocks everything else that you know about any theme park attraction out of the water.
I mean, Disney always, like, all they're doing is one-upping themselves. Yeah, but that was... I do have to say that specifically was that's almost groundbreaking. Like,
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge was their answer to Harry Potter,
right,
at Universal.
Yeah.
And okay, so Galaxy's Edge itself, like, people have said that yes, it's very immersive, it's very good. Some people don't like it better than Harry Potter, but when Rise of the Resistance opened up, they were like, Hagrid's what? Flight of Passage who? Like, it just sort of, and there are people that don't like it, but the majority of people are like, yeah, this is unlike anything else. Yeah, well, they're like, this is unlike anything else ever. So for me, that was a huge highlight to see that. I was excited about it opening, but when I started to see the videos and stuff, I got even more like, I was like, this is a huge highlight. I mean, I sat and watched so many people's videos and it was amazing. It's just amazing. So huge highlight for me. And we'll see what 2020 holds. We may or may not do I
think 2020 is holding a new hairstyle for me. I'm starting to decide.
We may or may not do what we're excited for coming in 2020. We don't know if we're going to do that video or not.
I think I kind of accidentally spoiled my biggest one for a video like that, because next gen consoles for me, that's incredible. Granted, they're really not going to be like hitting till 2021 technically.
So we'll see. I mean, and we might mention some things on and off in other videos and stuff too. Yeah. So anyway, I think that before we
go, I'm giving you two things to comment about. First of all, are you a loyal theorist? If so, let me know. I'm curious. I want to see you guys down there. Second of all, you guys like new hairstyle? Part this side or part the other side? Back to normal. Let me know. It's just something. Okay. It's comment fodder. You know?
Okay. All right. Whatever. So yeah, if you guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, especially if you enjoyed this. Or go check out our other content and then subscribe because you're gonna like something that we do.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed. Guaranteed.
If you don't like something we do here, go over to mixer.com/imminentfates. Follow your boy over there on Mixer, and we're gonna be gaming all day, every day.
Okay. So that is gonna do it for us. I've got a couple of things that I gotta jump off and go get a couple of things done here.
Wait.
Return a phone call.
I just realized there's something I didn't do at the beginning of this.
What?
I gotta make up for it.
Go.
Gotta say bye to the podcast, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah. I was gonna forget.
We were very happy that you joined us today for this this podcast episode, and we are going to see you guys soon. Podcast wise, probably next week, I guess. I'm hoping. We'll see what happens.
We love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely.
See you Ventures later.
Yeah, so we are Spencer's Ventures. We're going to see you soon, and we're out of here.
Bye.